Well, shit, I thought I was recording, so this is the second time. I was just driving on my way home from work, and I'm thinking about how I'm having, it's not a crisis, it's just like another, and I'm looking at it like another adventure, right? Because of the lessons that I can learn about myself through this experience of last weekend. I wanted to go camping with my friend Max, just up to just up to his property out in Emporia, and which is like an hour for me. Was to go up there for a night and just have some time under the stars and get some peace. I mean, my full intention was to go meet him up there because I can't get on the property any other way without him because I've never been there. And just spend a night. Relax. I've been going through a lot with my partner and his drug addiction and my addiction to misery, because I keep putting myself in this crazy whacked out fucking brain state where, you know, like, what is he doing? Where is he going? He's not telling me anything. He hasn't slept in the bed for 2 weeks. So, like the things that he's doing, me trying to sit back and just observe my emotions has become difficult because my emotions are all over the place. And my kid is watching all of this. My youngest child, he's watching all of this, and he's getting, the more stressed out I am becoming, the more stressed out he also is becoming, because he is by nature a protector. Him and his girlfriend have been trying to get my house squared away because they know that I can't stand clutter, and I've been hiding myself for years in my bedroom in my little corner of fucking sanity because the house is cluttered, because part of my partner's addiction is also his capacity to hoard things. I don't need 3 shop vacs. You hear what I'm saying? So, I've got doom piles like all over the house that is just his shit that he keeps bringing home. Anyway, my son has been cleaning this up. He has been getting rid of stuff because my mental illness, part of it is shutting down, and I just quit doing things. So he's trying to help me get out of that by cleaning up. So you will have noticed that, like, I've posted more videos recently because I have a clean space to go into, and it's not cluttered by all of my partner's things. There's been a lot of trauma for my children over the years because of my partner's parenting tactics. Very old school. And me, being raised by his generation, felt that that was also the right way, and then come to realize now through understanding the human psyche that that was never the right way, that I was doing more harm than good in raising my kids the way that I did. So I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to repair the damage that was done when I was in an unhealed state. So between my son and my partner, that situation has finally come to a head, and I decided last night when I got home from work that I was going to twist up a joint. I was going to go for a drive, and I ended up at my girlfriend Wendy's house, and we sat and, talked on her back porch for like 2 hours. And when I was on my way home, I found out that a fight had happened the craziest part of the whole situation, and this is what I'm thinking about this evening, is how my perception of the world and the things that are happening in and around it has changed. My daughter called me to tell me about the fight. I could hear everybody in the background fussing. My partner was in the bedroom. My son was running off at the mouth. His girlfriend's running off at the mouth. And I just finally just said, look, you guys all need to shut up and you need to go to your bedroom and just shut up until I get home. And I was talking to my daughter and I was like, if he can't have peace living in the same house as that man, then maybe it's time for him to go find his own place. I will take him to the DMV and get his ID next week, and he can get a job and save money, and he can just move on. And he started running off about, like what actually was the fight and da-da-da-da-da, and I was like, nope, I'm not kicking you out. I'm just telling you that if you can't find peace in this situation, then maybe it's time for you to move on. So I got home and very calmly expressed my feelings to both of those kids, well, all three of those kids really, and how I felt about their behavior. And I reflected back to them what they did wrong, and they all three owned it. I went in the bedroom and I did the same thing to my partner, and it's everybody else's fault. He had nothing to do with it. Not owning his actions, that this is a culmination point. This is something that has been brewing for years. Trying to tell him, like, why don't you put your feet in my son's shoes and look at it as a 17-year-old man-child? Because let's face it, he's coming into his manhood. He's trying to figure out how to be a man in this world that wants men so shut down and in their feminine energy that they can't even properly lead. And that's where I was kind of going with all of this was, like as we're going through our journeys and we're discovering who we are and what makes us tick, and we're healing it and recognizing the oneness in everything and finding joy in life's simplest things. I find joy and gratitude in the situation going on in my house right now because I'm learning something from it. This is an adventure. I'm learning something about myself. And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing 4 vultures up in the sky. 4 is foundations. And the vultures teach us about our perspective on the cycles of death, life, and rebirth. Well, life, death, and rebirth. And I'm seeing 333, and I'm seeing the Triskelion. We're going to hear it over and over and over again about how, oh, you're sovereign and you're a leader and you're meant to lead people, and it's not always about starting a YouTube channel or a TikTok account or an Instagram or a Facebook. When you're sitting down and you're watching teachers, tarot readers, spiritual teachers on YouTube and TikTok and shit, they're going to say you're meant to be a powerful leader. What that actually means is being the male or female, masculine or feminine leader within your own life. However that looks for you. Your own life within your little microcosm environment of your home. In my case, this journey that I've been on over the course of the last 2.5 years has been about waking the Empress up within myself, because I was very much in my reversed Emperor energy. I was in my fucking idea what I was doing with my life. I am a natural born woman. I have 4 children that I raised. I have 1 ex-husband, and now I'm seeing 5 vultures. 5 is change. When I went through my dark night of the soul, it started me on this path of recognizing what I really am. And that's all it is for you guys too. Like, there's literally no purpose for our lives here on this earth except for to live our lives and understand who we are as a consciousness and waking up the God inside of us, because we're literally the physical embodiment of Source living out an experience in this body. That's all it is. So, not all of us are meant to have YouTube channels and TikTok accounts and have this huge following. Almost every single one of us is meant to become the enlightened embodiment of God and teach our families, teach ourselves, heal those around us. Just become the leader of your life. And I think that's all I got. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. 12:22 on the timer. Bye.